Sagittarius, this one is for you. All right, at the bottom of the deck of Healing with the Fairies, we have Honor Your True Feelings. Then, at the bottom of the deck of Ravenswood Oracle, we have Queen of Hearts. Then, at the bottom of the tarot, I'll be using the Black Tarot. It is designed for shadow work. We have 8 of Wands. Okay, so starting with honoring your true feelings. You're being asked to not dismiss something that your body knows. Something that your heart knows. I'm actually just going to read the thing to you. By drawing this card, you're urged to listen to and follow your true feelings. Do not betray yourself or rationalize that it's acceptable to deny your inner voice of truth. You have an inner counselor who is very wise. This source of wisdom speaks to you in both physical and emotional ways. I'm just going to apologize in advance for my inability to read well. Goodness gracious. Perhaps you have gut feelings that are speaking loudly to you, or a physical reaction to a situation, such as a tightened jaw or a nervous stomach. Your heart may be drawing you toward a particular geographical location, a specific career, or a certain type of relationship. You may feel compelled to leave a particular situation that is unacceptable. The fairies know the importance of heeding their own feelings. They ask you to do the same. They say, please don't discount what you know to be true in your heart. Follow your emotions, as they are your inner compass that will steer you home and keep you warm, safe, supported, and joyous. If you're unclear about which emotions you're experiencing, write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal to gain clarity and understanding. Notice how she's kind of like sitting with the waterfall. Water symbolizes emotions, the depths of emotions and feelings. She's sitting there and letting it flow. Then the Queen of Hearts. What? The Queen of Hearts. Have you ever been in a situation that you gave a lot of yourself to, a lot of effort to, and it ended up not being right in the end? Like, it ended up not being the thing that you ended up spending the rest of your life doing, and something about it just ended up feeling so wrong, and it just got to be like, why did I spend so much of my time and effort on this thing that ended up not being the thing? This card talks about how even though it ended up not being the thing that you're going to be spending your life with, or spending your life doing, it served a purpose. If this was about a relationship, for example, because this could be anything, this could be a job, both parties benefited. There were things to learn on both ends. The things that were given were needed at the time. So it's really important to, whatever the situation may be, it's really important to carry yourself with love and kindness. Because at one point, this was right. It just didn't stay right. And then the Eight of Wands in this deck speaks of, well, actually, I'm just going to read it. Be focused and intense. Let nothing distract you from your goal. A figure races down the path using the bright energy trail to light her way so she can run at top speed. Follow that feeling, follow that passion. I don't know what it is that's coming up for you that's telling you that this other thing isn't the thing, but you're being asked to go toward what is right for you. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out. I love getting a bunch of cards. I don't, actually. Sometimes I wish readings were much more quick. Like, oh, sweet. Now I can go get something else done. Look inside yourself. Don't get me wrong, I love doing tarot readings. It's just, I feel like I have a lot on my plate lately, and it's just hard to get it all done. So I can sleep well at night and be like, I'm accomplished. Even though I should feel that way anyway. Magic of nature. It could be beneficial to you to do something outside, to go play in the grass, smell some flowers, get lost in the woods. Not completely. You have family, they care about you. We have inner power. Damn. Feeling safe. And be honest with yourself. I got up and I worked out for the first time in a really long time. Honestly, I've been having a really hard time watching my tarot videos back because of my double chin. I really am not a big fan of where I am physically, like at all. I'm really struggling with it. So I got up this morning and I worked on glutes and thighs. I think tomorrow's gonna be core and I'm gonna regret it. Okay, keep going, Amethyst. Sorry. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Is there anything else in this deck for Sagittarius? Okay. Standing tall and unity. I don't know. I think my biggest fear about reading tarot is feeding delusions. Like somebody being more worried about what another person is doing rather than what they can be doing right now. Because the biggest way to call anything in for you is to focus on becoming the person who can receive it. But I'm gonna say it since Unity came out. I don't know if I showed it to you. Notice there's a giant green hue. There's a bunch of green in this one. Green is connected to the heart chakra. I think you're being asked to connect with your heart, open your heart. There's a bunch of green here as well. Very green. What? Oh, I was going to tell you. The Two of Cups was underneath the Eight of Wands. There could be some kind of partnership or relationship. This could be financial, romantic. It could be a friendship. It was underneath the Eight of Wands. I think I said that already, but that could be something that is the focus. And then we have Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Going toward your Ten of Cups. Oh, Bananarama. Wow. We have the Devil, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Then beneath that, what fell on top of that was the High Priestess. Then the next wad that came out together is the Two of Spheres, the Four of Spheres, and the Magician. Excuse me. Oh. I didn't notice this. Prove yourself. You know, some of these cards came out in my daily focus tarot that I put up earlier this morning. Anyway, prove yourself is here. You know how when you come across a stray cat and they seem interested in you, like they want you to pet them or they want to get to know about you, but if you approach them too quickly or you don't let them come to you on their own, they run away. You kind of have to sit there and be open to receive. This could also be proving that you're safe and receptive to something, proving that you're a good candidate for something through patience and consistency. Like continuing to show up even if you don't have the rewards yet, like the reward of that cute little stray kitty cat coming right up to you, proving that you want it. My nose, I've got a pimple that keeps happening in here and it's driving me bonkers. Okay, let's read Unity. Unity. Yeah. Landlord unifies. The Lord of the Land. Notice how all animals and plants stream from him, both male and female. He also fuses animal and human into mystical being known as a therianthrope. Whatever that is. He is reminding you that all life is interconnected. That we all comprise of the same matter, which is constantly recycled by life and death. Other forms of life are no lesser or greater than us, only different aspects of the whole. Landlord is encouraging you to share this world, not dominate it. I don't know what that means. I don't think I really know what that's trying to say. You know what else could be a meaning of this card? All life streams from him. Much like the, you know how they say that your physical world is a product of your inner world, of your mental world? Like, your physical world is created by the energy that's in here. I'm wording this wrong. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. We create what our outer worlds look like. It comes from us. It is built by us. So there could be a need to have kindness and respect for everything that's in your physical world because you created it. Like, it came from you. Like, if there's a circumstance that you're currently in right now, it's because of you. Sorry. I don't mean to sound like an a-hole, but it is. That's not to be mean or judgmental toward anybody. Not by any means. That's just sometimes like cycles. We subconsciously repeat them and create them over and over again because of how we think. So I'm not saying that you made a situation that you're in right now. I was going to say stuck in on purpose. I don't think that you really realized that you were doing it, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you meant to do it or not. It's a product of you. Just saying. And it's your job to fix it if you don't like it. Like, I don't mean fix the actual circumstance if it's not right for you, but be willing to figure out what the root was. Like, what was the thought process that caused this circumstance or this manifestation? I feel like I'm really going into it on that one. Standing tall. Wrong way. I didn't read those. It wasn't meant to be yet. I'll get there. It's just going a little bit backwards. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Okay, I didn't know my alphabet today. Okay. Standing tall, dummy. I went back to Unity. Okay. As Wildwood's coven mother, Valonia Golphus watches over her witches from her treetop abode, as she has for over 50 years. She is proud of them all, and although she is their chief, she regards herself as there to serve them. She is mindful of their needs and finds her own spirit lifted when she lifts theirs. In this way, goodness begets goodness, and Valonia's example ensures that Wildwood remains a bastion of healing and love. I feel like in any situation, I'm always, like in any circumstance, for anything that I do a reading for, there's always an element of needing to have integrity, to have a bit of leadership. And leadership is so much more than, telling somebody what to do. That's not even really leadership. Leadership happens by leading by doing, being the type of change that you want to see in the world. Embodying inspires another person, teaches another person how to show up in the world. A good leader isn't somebody that, dominates and what's another word that I could use? Dictates. I always felt like in careers, the leader that I looked up to the most was the leader that had no problem getting their hands dirty. Were the most compassionate and understanding people in the entire world. I loved listening to them. I loved helping them and being like, okay, what do you need me to do? And it wasn't because they were bossy, it was because they made me feel seen as a person, and They led by example. And we have that choice to be that in every situation. We can be that person in relationships, work, other personal circumstances, so on. Okay. I don't know if I want to go here. Yeah, we'll go here. Magic. Magic of nature. Do you believe in magic? In a young squirrel's heart. Spend time outdoors among the flowers, plants, and trees. Nature has powerful gifts that she wants to share with you, including ideas, information, and healing energy. Awakening your true self. Yeah, you're really being asked to connect with what it is that you truly want, what's really important to you. I just noticed that underneath Prove Yourself, we have Nature of the Beast. You may have someone around that you're dealing with who might be a bit rude. And it's easy to take certain people personally, but they do it to everybody. Like, that's just how they show up in life. And you have a choice to be brutish as well, like being the same as them, or choosing to be a leader in the situation, to rise above it. Okay, go ahead and go back to inner peace, inner power. Ha. Yeah. You are now allowing yourself to experience and express your true power. The fairies asks you to affirm it is safe for me to be powerful. And then we have feeling safe. Perhaps getting grounded and connecting with nature will help you connect more to your inner power and to help you feel safe in doing so. I don't know what choice is going to be made here. This is really just advice about navigating a difficult situation that requires you to honor yourself and your true feelings. So I don't have any information about what precisely is going to be going on. I don't really like to read like that anyway. And then be honest with yourself. So yeah, take some time to reconnect to yourself. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. Let them flow. Let them be real. Let them be heard. Excuse me. In this deck, the Devil speaks of a decision to either act out of self-interest, temptation, or like everything's a choice. But I think this also has to do with a choice to act with integrity, to act with compassion and love and honesty, with an open heart. When you act out of self-interest, not thinking about how something that you might do may affect another person, yeah, it hurts them, but it's going to hurt you too if you do. Like, we don't come out unscathed from making decisions like that. The Devil represents the consequences we face as our choices become more and more significant the further into life we travel. The devil archetype is the 15th encounter for the Fool, teaching us that we are responsible for our lives and choices. If we make selfish choices that harm ourselves and others, we will not enjoy the outcomes. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Woohoo. And then the Ace of Cups. The situation or relationship calls for a detached and logical thinking. Be strategic. I'm gonna have to. Strategic and just. Strategic and fair. Yeah, integrity, my friend. You're gonna have to follow your heart and have integrity doing it. To create a new beginning for yourself, we have the Ace of Cups here. Open your heart to a new relationship or reinvigorate an old one. So for some of you, you could have left something in the past for something else that isn't right. Some of you, this is something new. We have the High Priestess here, which connecting with your intuition. The Moon also speaks of deep feelings, the depth of feelings, and intuition. Using that intuition and moving toward what is right for you. Using it to navigate a situation in moving toward what's right for you. In creating a new beginning for yourself. In going towards your 10 of Cups, perhaps. The High Priestess. The High Priestess represents the knowledge and enlightenment that we attain by overcoming difficulties. The High Priestess archetype is the second encounter for the Fool, indicating that we must learn about our intuition, how to trust it, and when to seek guidance from others. Divination, wisdom from experience, insight, and counseling. Perhaps using knowledge that you've already learned in the past when it comes to navigating this situation and the choice that you have to make. And perhaps not making a self-decision like you've done before. An example could be the way in which we leave somebody or a situation. Like, let's say that instead of putting your 2 weeks notice in and informing your boss that, hey, while I'm grateful for the opportunity here, I have found a career that I feel is a bit more aligned for me and what it is that I'm looking for in life. And so I just wanted to let you know that I'll be putting in my 2 weeks notice. But I just want to reiterate how grateful I am for the opportunity that I've had to be here. You know, like that, being open and honest about what's really going on for you, and also expressing care for the situation that has been at hand, you know? Two of Spheres. Or, you know, sometimes there's people in relationships who, instead of actually sitting down and being like, hi, I don't want to be in this anymore, they do this thing where they blow it up from the inside through like really, really crappy behaviors. Like just completely throwing the other person for a loop. Like making it to where the other person wants to leave them instead of them actually taking the action and saying, hey, this isn't for me anymore, and I've changed my mind. Which everyone has a right to do. Everyone has a right to change their mind. It's just not fair if they act like a doo-doo head about it, you know? It's not easy, to be honest. It isn't. and it could very well not be received well, most certainly. But that does not mean that you should ever, ever make the decision to go about something while lacking integrity. I mean, at the end of the day, you can do what you want, but if you don't want an outcome that you don't like, that's my recommendation. Okay. Experiment and try different actions to get better results. Routine, adaptability, and choices. Make a different choice. The Four of Spheres. Be careful with your resources. It is a good time to save and be conservative with finances, savings, and conservation. A figure clutches a single large sphere representing what he has. 3 spheres hover above him, indicating unrealized potential. What does that mean? Interesting. I'm not sure how to interpret the Four of Spheres at the moment. Sometimes, notice how like that sphere has just become so big and so heavy. There's things that they're curious about and wanting to put some energy into, but this one is carrying so much, taking up so much of this person's capacity. I don't know if there's something else that you're wanting to put your focus in, but you can't do that unless you put this one down. Being careful what you commit to, committing to what is aligned for you. Perhaps this is a commitment, the one that's being held on to, that isn't aligned anymore. And it's because it's not aligned, it's become big and burdensome. Just an idea. I think that fits. Being conservative with what you're investing in. Okay, we have, oh man, it got so hot so fast. Like, it went from being like freezing cold to sweat your tatas off. The Magician. The Magician represents choices in creative problem solving and how we form a connection between imagination and reality. The Magician archetype is the first encounter for the Fool, indicating that we all must make crucial decisions on our life journey. Choices, problem solving, diverse knowledge, solutions, and cleverness. I don't know what I want to say. Don't mind me. This could be you making the decision, finding a creative way to put an end to something that's not right for you, to change what you're committed to reinvest your energy into something that you want to be invested in. Trying something new, a different way of approaching it. Alright, I think we're going to leave that there, Sagittarius. I am wishing you the best. I hope this finds those who need it, and I hope it helps. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for being here.